One Piece is back, baby, and we're opening some cards today. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are going to be reacting to episodes 1086 through 1088, I think. Let me just make absolutely sure of that. 1086 through 1088, yes. Of One Piece. And yeah, we're back. We had a little bit of a break where we were reacting to Pluto, and then of course the holiday break happened. But we are finally back with One Piece. Today we're doing 3 episodes because next week we will be starting the new arc. Wano has ended. We have 3 in-between episodes to get to, and then we go on to Egghead Island. And we've learned about the Cross Guild and about Luffy's new bounty. But today we're also going to do something else. As I showed off before, we are going to be opening this One Piece Yamato starter deck I got for Christmas. This is something I did ask for, so it wasn't like I guess a huge surprise that I got it. But yeah, I've been waiting to open this since Christmas. Originally I was going to do it on my birthday stream, but because of the delay that we've had with that, instead I decided we'll do it here. Just because of time-saving measures. So, that being said, we're gonna get into this. There we go. There is a little bit of tape here. There we go. I got through it. So, I've never, really seen any of these One Piece trading cards. There used to be trading cards back in the day for One Piece, but they were more collectible cards than anything. So this is newer to me, and I'm probably gonna more collect these than actively play them because I don't really have much of anyone to play with. Okay, so we have a sheet here that basically tells us the rules, how the game works, and everything. But like I said, I'm probably just gonna more collect these. So there will probably be points in the future where I open booster packs as well, as much as I can get my hands on them, you know. But this is just a starter deck. If you've played any kind of trading card game like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering, you understand that a starter deck is pretty simple. It's meant to get you into the game. It's meant to just introduce you to the mechanics. But like I said, I'm here more for collecting and the card art and stuff. So first off, let's look at the back as best as you can with the lighting here. Sorry about that. Okay, actually the further back I go, the better, easier it is to see. So the back shows this kind of teal color, and it shows a compass, I guess log post compass with One Piece card game on it. It's very simple. And then on the front, we have card art. So let me show what we got here. So, for example, we have Yamato here. Again, we'll try to get closer, but with the ring lights I currently have and everything, it's not going to be easy. So Yamato is a leader, I guess. Says strike on the top. If you have 2 or less life cards, this leader gains plus 1,000 power. And has 5 life according to this. So yeah, I don't know exactly how this all works. I don't know how this game plays, but yeah. So just to try and showing it off there. Okay, so we also have other characters. Leader, I assume. Oh, leader card, by the way, has a red back. That's interesting. I assume. Oh, in fact, it looks like different kinds of cards have different colors. There are some cards with the white backs, but then these ones have blue backs. Okay, so that's interesting. So that's the leader card, so that's the red back one. The blue backs seem like they're maybe all characters. Yeah, just from a quick scroll through these. But let's go through who we have here. So next up, we have a couple Kozuki Odins, which makes sense to have Odin in there. I'm not going to go through all their abilities or whatnot. Just kind of showing these off. Okay, we have a couple aces. Porcasti Ace. I really like the card. I wish I could show them off a little better on camera, but it's not, again, super easy. Again, a little further back, you can kind of see it a lot better. You can look these up, I'm sure, too. Really good card art, though. After that, we have four, actually, for Uzuki Tempura, who was shown in, like, flashbacks with, like, baby Yamato and stuff. He was one of the trio of samurai. We have some alties here. Really, really cute art, which makes sense because she is the cutest. As she would say to page 1 at least. We have some Kaidos. Okay, so hold on a second. Yeah, the ulti cards don't have effects on them or anything. They have like counters and stuff, but and Uzuki Tempura has trigger, which I assume like activates once you do something. Kaido has a box for his effect, which is different. I don't know if you'll be able to see it well here, but there's like this little like white box right there surrounding where his effect is. I wonder what the reasoning for that is. But after Kaido, we also have Kozuki Momonosuke, specifically in his young dragon form, specifically. It's not even his adult dragon form. So we have young dragon form Momonosuke. We have Shinobu. Young Shinobu, I would say. Or I guess, after she turns back into thinner Shinobu, but Shinobu either way. And yeah, here we have another one of those samurai from the past, Shimotsuki Ushimaru, the kind of leader of them. He's another one with a boxed effect. Again, I don't know like the full details of that. We have another of his compatriots here, though, Fugetsu Omatsubi. We obviously have to have Luffy in here. This is specifically Snake Man, it looks like. I think. Maybe? No, that's not Snake Man. But it looks like this is like him fighting Yamato or something. He's definitely using gear 3rd, actually. I was thinking it was gear 4th at first, but no. We have a regular character Yamato instead of just the leader Yamato. This one is just him in, like, a normal kind of, like, fun pose. But we also have Yamato in his transformed state as the wolf. So that's pretty cool. And after that, we looks like we move on to events. So our first event is Narikabura Arrow, which is, directly a shot from the manga/anime, taking on the one giant dude. Forgot the name, but the one with like the bowl cut. You can also see like General Frankie in the shot as well. Again, can't really go closer up because it gets like... Oh, actually, no, actually that's working. Kind of. It's blurry, but it's working. We also have another event here, Thunder Bagua, when Alti first appears and attacks... or, not Alti, Yamato first appears and attacks Alti. So we have that Thunder Bagua moment from that. And then we have the white cards, which are Don cards. Don, like, I guess, like you have in Taiko no Tatsujin, the drum game. It says, Don card, your turn plus 1,000. I don't know what that means, because, again, I don't know how this plays, but I guess maybe it's something similar to, like, an energy card in Pokemon. or I don't know, something like that maybe. But yeah, so that is the starter deck, the Yamato starter deck for One Piece. Definitely one of the biggest appeals here are the card art. Um, there's a lot of really good card art here for all these different characters, showing them in cool poses and whatnot. I like that there's different Yamato cards as well. Um, you have the leader card, and then you have two different character cards. Also, the Yamato leader card, as well as Odin and Ace cards, are all holographic. Um, can't really tell too well on camera here, but they're all holographic, and all the other cards are not. So I assume, like, when you buy a pack, that you'll maybe get one holo per pack or something like that. But yeah, you could see, like, here there's less of a shine, less of a shimmer on a non-holo card. But yeah, so this is pretty interesting. Again, I'm probably not going to learn how to play this, but I'm definitely going to get, like, booster packs and stuff in the future, and probably open those on camera as well. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of show this off. Again, I was going to do so during the stream, but I had to cut that because of just time after I had to delay the stream from yesterday and everything. By the time this is up, the stream will already have happened today. So I hope you tuned in and everything. But if you didn't, that's fine. I mean, I understand, but still. Got a plug, even if it's already over by this point. But the replay is on the channel, so if you want to check it out, you can at any point. But yeah, like I said, it had to be delayed yesterday. I talk about that during the stream and everything, but basically just unexpected events and whatnot caused me to have to delay it. Jeez. Getting this back in here. Is a little annoying. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I'm ready to get to more of the actual series now. I'm ready to see where this goes and what these mid-point episodes are going to be that are going to bridge into the next arc. I don't really think I know any of that. Like I've said before, there's a couple things I know going into the next arc because the One Piece fandom is shit with spoilers. But I don't think I really know any of the stuff that happens between. So this is going to be interesting. But we're going to get right into it. First One Piece of the year. It's 2024 now. Very excited to see what this gives to us. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black and then it fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So we got an interesting set of episodes here that, yeah, we're definitely here to bridge the gap, give us a little more context to things going on currently within this world, and to set us into motion preparing for Egghead Island, which starts with the next episode. So, yeah, that's fun. So, let's talk about this. We have a lot to talk about. If I miss anything, feel free to ask me about it in the comments. I will gladly answer you there. It's just, I might miss some stuff. So, each episode kind of had its own focus in a way. Though some things, kind of bled through between episodes, which, pretty standard. But each episode also kind of focused on some different things. The first episode here 1086, focused a lot on Buggy. It was about Buggy and the Cross Guild and seeing how all of that came to be. Crocodile proposed the idea to Mihawk, now that the Seven Warlords system is abolished, as a way to kind of set new things into motion. They originally went to Buggy because Crocodile had lent him money in the past, so he was coming to collect, but they decided on Buggy's request to team up with him in order to use his resources. However, Buggy unintentionally got the credit for the Cross Guild and everything and became the figurehead of it because his followers are way too into him. So they decide to let him remain the figurehead just for sake of ease and are going to continue their entire goal here. Really interesting kind of stuff here. But at the end of that episode, and then going into the second episode here, 1087, we are brought into, well, maybe not the end, but just kind of mixed into it, you know what I mean. The next focus, I'm just going to talk about the focuses rather than the episodes. It's a little easier that way. Because again, they all kind of bleed together in certain ways, but the second focus of these episodes was Amazon Lily. So we have Amazon Lily being raided by the Marines. And they've brought with them some fancy new pacifistas, which are in the form of child versions of Mihawk and Hancock. Apparently, from what we're hearing, I guess, as a replacement for the Seven Warlords. It's like, okay, you know what? They abolished our Seven Warlords system. You know, fuck them. We're just going to make new warlords in their image. It's like, one, that is excessively petty as fuck. Two, the fuck you are? Like, what? Like, who thought of this idea? Like, that is just such an insane concept. They are excessively strong, as we can see, with at least Mihawks also possessing the skills of the actual Mihawk. I assume that they have to use their lineage factor, right? But how did they get the lineage factors of the warlord? Did they just have them on hand? Like, oh, you're a warlord now, let's take some of your DNA. Did they do that? Did they somehow get some of that and that's what they're using for these things? On top of that, they also appear to be Lunarian, King's race. And it's like, the fuck? So you also have Lunarian DNA, and we have made a point out of noting in Wano how strong Lunarians are. So it's like you got that as well, or I guess were, but it's like, what the fuck? And then it's kind of unclear if these things will listen to Kobe or not. It was never, like, fully confirmed. And on top of all that, Blackbeard's fucking invading, too, because he wants Hancock's power. I guess it's a strong power, but it's like, is there a specific reason that he wants specifically that one? It's like, my dude. What? Huh? Why? And like I said in the reaction, the way he was manhandling Hancock like that, like just holding her by the throat, is so fucking terrifying to me. Again, it's not even just because it's Hancock, even though that definitely does have a factor in it. Like I said, it's just a thing that like freaks me the hell out. Anyone just being manhandled in that kind of extremely aggressive, violent way is terrifying to me. I can't fully explain the reasons why, but it scares the shit out of me to see anyone being manhandled like that. It's terrifying, especially when you have a size difference as well, because it creates kind of like this. I guess you could say this terrifying physical dynamic where it just feels like, and he probably could have, it feels like Blackbeard could have just snapped her neck right there with the greatest of ease, and it just like every bit of nope was going through my bones with that. It's just like I was so uncomfortable. I was so actively freaked out. Um, it's just scary. It's just really fucking scary. Luckily, Rayleigh came in and intervened, as well as Shockey, who we find out is a former empress of the Maiden Island, which, again, as I said in the reaction, maybe I heard at one point, but I forgot if I did. But also explains a lot because, you know, Shockey has always been super fucking gorgeous. Um, Also, damn, Rayleigh, you scored a good one there. Um, but we see them come in, and Rayleigh saves her, but we also find out that Blackbeard apparently kidnapped Kobe before he left. So that's bad. Um, that entire situation is all kinds of levels of fucked. That entire portion of these episodes was so fucking stressful. Like I'm not exaggerating with how actively like on edge I was pretty much that entire time. It's like I didn't necessarily think Blackbeard was gonna kill Hancock or anything. But again, it's the way he was manhandling her that just like was freaking me out. And on top of that, the confusion and shock with the new pacifistas, um, which is said it gave them a different name in there as well. I kind of didn't quite catch what it was, but it called them something else as well. I think I just didn't quite catch it. Um, But if there's one, if these are to replace the warlords, and there's ones for Mihawk and Hancock, then reasonably there has to be ones for all the warlords, right? Reasonably speaking. And does that include former warlords? Is there one for Law, for example? Would there be one for Jinbei and Crocodile? This is just like a lot to take in, you know? It's a lot. Um, and then our third focus kind of focuses on the Revolutionary Army and this rumor being spread through the newspapers that Sabo killed King Cobra of Alabasta, which is bullshit. It's absolutely world government propaganda. Um, I don't remember if this was mentioned before, like during like between the different acts of Wano when it showed some stuff happening. But even if it wasn't, and even if this was brand new revelation, I just it didn't affect me or anything because it's so unbelievable. There's absolutely zero way that Sabo would do something like that. So it's like it's not even like a shocking accusation. It's just like it's just a lie. Government again, world government propaganda. They're trying to paint the Revolutionary Army as the bad guys. Um, it's just how they treat this all. But I'm not going to get into a huge discussion about the politics of how corrupt and fucking evil this government is, but still. You get the gist, I'm sure. It's still funny to me that there's some people out there who, like, try to say that One Piece isn't political or that it shouldn't be political. It's like, this series is political by nature. And it always has been since the very beginning. It's like, if you don't understand that, you're just not paying attention. But yeah, we see Luffy and the crew react to that. We see the Revolutionary Army react to that. Vivi is apparently missing during all of this. Shit's going down. But in the midst of all of this, Luffy apparently shares what he wants at the end of his dream with the crew. And they have varying reactions. A couple of them are saying, like, oh no, that's impossible, that's insane. Others are saying, like, oh, that's so cool, that's a great goal and whatnot. And it's like, we don't know what it is because we're not told. It specifically refuses to tell us what he actually said there. But we do know that it is something that he also told to Ace, Sabo, and Shanks. So that in and of itself is also very interesting. Meaning that that kind of guarantees that this was a goal that he's had since childhood. Since, Shanks was visiting Fuchsia Village. It's something that he's always wanted. And being a pirate was just kind of like, I guess his way to achieve that, maybe? And there's, I'm sure, a lot of different theories on what this is. I could think of multiple things off the top of my head based on Luffy's character and all. But it's kind of impossible to truly know at this moment. So I think I'll just wait and see whenever that does end up getting revealed. But yeah, some crazy, crazy stuff is happening. And it seems like the government is getting a lot more intense with things, you could say. We also got a little bit of Marco heading back home, being taken along the way by Shanks and his crew. Interesting that Shanks wanted Marco to join him. That wasn't going to happen, but it was a nice offer nonetheless. And Shanks accepted Marco's decision without any fighting or arguing. Like he got a little silly about being called a handful, but that's about it. Overall, these episodes were like an emotional roller coaster. There was just so much to take in, and especially during the Amazon Lily stuff, it's like that was so intensely stressful. It just was so much to deal with. But that leads us into the next arc and the final saga of One Piece. We are finally heading into the end game, and that all starts next week with Egghead Island. I'm very excited. Like I said before, there's some things I know because the One Piece community, again, shit with spoilers. But I don't know everything, and I don't know a lot of the context behind everything that I do know. It's just like a few little things here and there that I just know of, basically. I'll probably mention that stuff when we get to that, but yeah. I'm definitely excited to see where this continues to go. Because now that we're heading into the final saga, it's going to be intense. It's going to be probably almost non-stop excitement. Every arc at this point is going to be probably exceptional. But we'll just have to see. I'm excited to find out what the new opening's going to be like as well. Um, because again, I am actively avoiding being spoiled on that, even though apparently the theme has at least been leaked. Um, and I'm just very excited to start finding shit out because that's definitely going to be a big part of this final saga. We're going to be learning some shit. There are so many mysteries in this world, so many big things that Oda has yet to reveal. And you know that this final saga is going to reveal all of it. We're going to get conclusions, we're going to get closure on everything. And I don't think Oda's waiting. I don't think Oda's going to wait. I think we're going to find out shit like right away in this first arc of the final saga. So, tell me your thoughts on these 3 episodes we reacted to today, and let me know how excited you are for Egghead Island. For the time being, though, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.